pregnancy and now you're a horrible mother. The best thing that you can do right now is go get the counseling that you need and the support that he needs, the physical therapy and the therapies that he needs. That's all you can do now, and hope for the best. You have said far worse things. You said that you could kill the baby. You wanted the baby to die while he was pregnant. You've said far worse things than the father has ever said about him. You're embarrassed because you did that to him. You're embarrassed because you smoked and drank while pregnant and you made this the outcome. If you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself.
If you thought the Blueface Chrisean saga couldn't get any darker, louder, or more unhinged, congratulations! The internet just handed us a storyline so wild it makes the Kardashians look like quiet neighbors who recycle on time. Because this week the rumors didn't just spill, they detonated. New leaks, new claims, and new allegations are flying everywhere. And the loudest one shaking the entire timeline is that Blueface allegedly called DCF, saying Chrisean Jr.'s health has gotten so bad that the baby is reportedly at risk of losing his vision due to an infection. And before you panic, yes, these are accusations, alleged leaks, social media claims, and the internet is running with it like they just got a front row seat to Zeus Network, Nuclear Edition. The way people are talking, you'd think DCF set up a command center outside Chrisean's front door. Blueface is online pointing fingers. Chrisean is online throwing threats. The families are online throwing gasoline. And the only one caught in the crossfire is Junior. Screenshots dropping. Voice notes circulating. Fans screaming lock somebody up. And the shade. World-class Olympic level. This isn't drama anymore. This is a full-blown digital crime scene. And trust me, what you're about to hear, it makes TV drama pack their bags and go home. The internet barely had time to blink before this new wave of chaos erupted, and chaos doesn't even do it justice. This situation pulled up with no blinker, no warning, and no seatbelt. 1 minute Blueface was online flexing, trolling, flirting with his new lineup of situationships. And the next minute, he allegedly made a call to DCF, claiming that something was seriously wrong with Chrisean Jr.'s health. That one claim alone sent the entire timeline into cardiac arrest. People weren't just shocked, they were pacing around their living rooms like they were waiting for DNA results on Maury. Because according to the leaks, screenshots, and voice notes floating around, Blueface didn't just say there was a concern. No, he allegedly told them the baby had some kind of infection that might be affecting his eyes, with people online repeating the phrase going blind like it was the newest reality TV tagline. Again, all rumors, all social media chatter, no official confirmation. But this is social media, meaning facts are optional and megaphone-level drama is mandatory. The leaks caught fire because they came right after another explosive round of back and forth between Blueface and Chrisean. She was online venting, calling him out, threatening to expose him, and talking like she was ready to summon a Greek goddess to handle her enemies. But the part that made the internet freeze like a buffering screen was when she allegedly dropped Blueface's entire address on livestream. Fans went silent. Even her own supporters were like, "Sis, that's a federal-level jump scare." That moment is what people believe triggered Blueface's alleged DCF call. To him, again, according to commentary, it wasn't just about drama anymore. It was about survival. He didn't come out of jail just to have the universe hand him another crisis. In his eyes, this wasn't clout talk. This was protect the kid and protect my lifespan talk. So he jumped online and started airing out what he claims really happened. Behind the scenes, from pregnancy to delivery, to the early months after birth, that's when the internet got a second-degree burn from the flames he threw. Blueface and his family alleged that Chrisean was warned by doctors about a specific infection that could affect the baby during a natural birth. They claimed she was told she needed a C-section. They claimed she didn't follow the recommendation. They claimed she didn't want to mess up a tattoo. And the internet, The internet grabbed popcorn, a blanket, a notebook, and said, "Tell me everything." But in typical social media fashion, the chaos didn't stop there. Another voice chimed in, Blueface's mom, Carlissa. And when Carlissa speaks, she doesn't whisper. She doesn't hint. She doesn't slow down. She talks like she's narrating a heavyweight boxing match in real time. She supported Blueface's version of events and backed up the claim that prenatal care wasn't handled the way it should have been. She argued the consequences were now showing, and the baby was allegedly dealing with health struggles that could have been avoided. Again, this is all allegations, claims, and retellings from people online. No hospital confirmations, no official medical documents, no verified reports. Just a digital storm fueled by people with loud opinions and even louder Wi-Fi connections. But the impact of the claims, nuclear. People started debating non-stop. Comment sections turned into war zones. One side was blaming Chrisean for everything. The other side said Blueface was weaponizing allegations to cover up his absence. And in the middle, Chrisean Jr., who can't even speak yet, let alone defend himself. But the transcript that sparked this entire script really took the controversy to an uncomfortable level. Because in the video you provided, the narrator lays out a timeline that the internet believes contributed to the baby's condition. Alleged substance use during pregnancy, missed appointments, refusing the recommended delivery method, and prioritizing social media over medical care. Whether true or not, whether exaggerated or not, these claims hit people hard. Babies aren't memes. Babies aren't props. Babies aren't punchlines. So when the rumor spread that the child was allegedly showing signs of developmental delays or struggling with infections, everyone snapped at. Fans began digging up old live streams showing Chrisean pregnant while partying, drinking, fighting, and traveling non-stop. They clipped every moment that could possibly be used against her. They posted videos of her talking about wanting the baby at one moment and not wanting him the next. They shared clips of her cursing out Blueface while holding the child. Suddenly, every old video became evidence for people looking to support a narrative. And in 2024 and 2025, nothing spreads faster than outrage packaged as proof. But the part that really shoved this saga into horror movie territory was the resurfaced claim from Blueface's brother, who allegedly told Blueface to just say it's your baby because the situation could get dangerous. Whether he meant dangerous emotionally, physically, financially, nobody knows. The internet filled in the blanks the way the internet always does, recklessly, memes, edits, conspiracy threads. It turned into a circus that would make Zeus Network look like PBS Kids. Then came the Ronnie angle, the name people are tiptoeing around, the story people whisper about but won't say directly. Allegations started circulating that something mysterious happened after Ronnie claimed he wasn't the father of Chrisean Jr. Some say he switched his story, some say he confessed, some say he backed off, some say he disappeared. Every part of that discussion is built on rumors, speculation, and suspicious timing, but it added gasoline to the already burning inferno. By the time we got to the part where Blueface allegedly reported Chrisean to CPS multiple times but couldn't get results because she didn't have a stable address, the internet collectively said, "No, seriously, what is going on?" Fans didn't know who to believe. Half blamed Blueface for not stepping in sooner. Half blamed Chrisean for every claim thrown at her. A small group blamed both. But everyone agreed on one thing: Junior deserved better than being dragged through a digital war zone created by adults who can't even agree on who fathered him, who cares for him, or what his medical needs actually are. This wasn't messy anymore. This was concerning. This was heartbreaking. And this was only the beginning of the storm. Because what happened next sent the entire internet spiraling into a meltdown we've never seen before. The moment the allegations started spreading that Blueface had allegedly called the CF and claimed Junior was dealing with eye infections serious enough to risk vision, the internet turned into one giant courtroom with zero lawyers and all emotion. TikTok detectives clocked in like they were getting overtime. Twitter, sorry, X, exploded with threads so long you'd think they were writing dissertations. Instagram went into full conspiracy mode, and YouTube was already flooding with thumbnails of people pointing and gasping. And because this is the Blueface Chrisean universe, things didn't simmer. They erupted. The drama didn't rise slowly. It shot out of the ground like Old Faithful with a Red Bull addiction. Within hours, influencers, reaction channels, gossip pages, bloggers, and random cousins with 92 followers were weighing in like they had a medical degree, a legal background, and a badge from DCF. But then the memes arrived. And once the memes start marching in, oh baby, it's officially a cultural event. People were making graphics like DCF speedrun %any% with Blueface as the player. Others made parody posters, Blueface vs. Chrisean, Dawn of Custody. Zeus Network memes started trending again because, let's be honest, all of this feels like Zeus Network is hiding somewhere with the cameras rolling, while fans were joking. Celebrities were reacting. And that is when everything went nuclear. One rapper jumped into the conversation like they were waiting for this moment all month. They tweeted, "Every time I open this app, it's baby drama. Y'all don't need DCF. Y'all need Jesus." It got 100K likes in an hour. Another posted, "If the rumors are true, everybody involved needs timeout. Deep timeout. Like solitary confinement but with therapy." And someone else wrote the truest thing we've heard all year. "This is the first baby I've ever seen trending more than the parents. First baby I've ever seen trending more than the parents." But the biggest shock came when Blueface himself leaned into the drama. Instead of disappearing, he hopped online like he was clocking in for a shift at Chaos Industries. He reposted reactions, dropped cryptic messages, and added fuel to fire with vague comments like, "Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. And I tried to warn her." These posts had the internet foaming at the mouth, trying to decode what he meant. People were acting like he was dropping riddles from the Da Vinci Code instead of trolling like usual. Meanwhile, Chrisean showed up like she just kicked the door open with a flamethrower. She went live again, because of course, and she let loose on whoever crossed her timeline. In her world, everyone was the enemy: Blueface, his fans, his mom, his kids, his ex, the neighbor's dog, the Uber driver, anyone with Wi-Fi. Her lives had the energy of someone narrating an action movie while running from an explosion. But then came the moment that broke the internet. She said Blueface wasn't going to live long if he didn't stop playing with her. Fans didn't laugh. They didn't troll. They didn't giggle. They went silent. Even the blogs paused before posting it, like they were asking the collective spirit of the internet, "Are we sure?" Because that kind of claim, that's not petty drama. That's not throwing shade. That's not even peak toxicity. That's villain origin story dialogue. People started stitching the clip like, Ma'am, what are you doing?" Comment sections turned into spiritual revivals. "Lord, protect Blueface. God, shield that baby. Father, heal this generational curse." Over on Twitter, the tone was even harsher. "DCF needs to grab that baby like yesterday. This ain't even funny no more. Put the baby with the grandma, the mailman, the Uber Eats driver, anybody else." Then Blueface's mom, Carlissa, entered the chat again like she was a final boss in a video game. She didn't hold back. She never does. She said things even we can't repeat, and we repeat everything. She accused Chrisean of ruining the child, damaging him, and ignoring medical care. She even said she was shocked the hospital let her give birth naturally after the alleged diagnosis. Fans responded by dragging everyone. But the real twist, people started blaming everybody around Chrisean: friends, family, cousins, entourage, random bystanders, for not stepping in. They said if even a squirrel walked by and didn't intervene, it was partially at fault. This is where the villain timeline theories started trending. Some fans said they believed her entire inner circle stayed quiet because they wanted access to clout and ignored the warning signs. Others claimed Blueface created this chaos himself by encouraging her behavior earlier in their relationship. Everyone had a villain to blame except the baby, who was clearly the only innocent one in this entire storyline. But then things took a darker psychological turn. Clips from Chrisean's past surfaced. Old live streams, old arguments, old comments about not wanting the baby or wanting to make him leave her alone. People went deep into the archives. They were pulling up footage from angles we didn't even know existed. Some fans said this was proof she wasn't stable enough to parent alone. Others said it showed she was overwhelmed and needed support. Others said both parents were unfit and the baby needed a whole new cast of characters. Then a new set of voice notes and text screenshots allegedly leaked, including messages saying Chrisean was avoiding CPS visits, dodging appointments, and bouncing from place to place so they couldn't track her. Whether any of that was real didn't matter. Once the rumor hit the internet, it might as well have been broadcast on CNN. But the wildest part of all this, Ronnie's name started trending again. The internet started connecting dots like unlicensed detectives. They remembered Ronnie publicly insisting he wasn't the father, then suddenly changing narratives, then suddenly disappearing. Fans began speculating wildly, asking whether Chrisean's alleged "people don't play about me" warning had something to do with it. Once again, rumors, speculation, internet theory, but it was enough to make this story feel like a Netflix crime documentary waiting to happen. Then Blueface's brother posted the infamous clip telling Blueface to just claim the baby because something dangerous might happen if he didn't. Fans didn't know whether he meant physical danger, emotional backlash, public attacks, or financial ruin. But the ambiguity made it even scarier. Finally, the backlash reached boiling point. Fans weren't laughing anymore. Blogs stopped joking. Reaction channels got serious. Even the gossip pages posted with somber captions, because the story stopped being celebrity drama and turned into "Is this child okay?" And the question no one wanted to say out loud became the loudest question online. Is Junior actually safe? That question took over everything. And it led straight into the final meltdown, the moment that pushed this entire saga from dramatic to tragic to terrifying. What happened next changed the tone of the internet overnight. As the drama kept spiraling, the tone of the internet shifted from "this is messy" to "this is alarming." Rumors about Junior's health went from side topic chatter to the main headline everyone was dissecting. And once the allegation surfaced that his eyes were infected and possibly getting worse, people didn't treat it like celebrity drama anymore. They treated it like breaking news. The kind of breaking news that makes fans hold their breath and ask, how did we get here? Because suddenly, this wasn't about Blueface flexing or Chrisean raging. This wasn't about petty insults or leaked addresses. This was about a child who didn't ask for any of this chaos, yet somehow ended up in the center of it like a prop for adult dysfunction. Fans started demanding answers. Not gossip, not shade, not jokes, answers. And that's when the timeline broke in half. Entire threads popped up with people saying Blueface should get custody. Others said he was doing it for revenge. Some said both parents were toxic. Some said neither parent deserved custody. Some said the baby should be raised by the UPS driver. The debates got so intense it felt like the whole internet got deputized overnight. Then, new rumors began circling that Blueface had allegedly shown up for a father-son visit and was shocked by Junior's condition. According to the online commentary, he claimed the baby was still in diapers too old for his age, his hair wasn't being cared for, and there were no visible signs of a routine, therapy, or structure. Whether these observations were accurate or exaggerated didn't matter. As soon as the claims hit social media, people reacted like they had been handed a mission from God. This is where fans started pulling out the timelines, the live streams, the evidence boards, the old clips of Chrisean running around clubs with her baby in tow. They dissected everything: how she held him, how often she traveled, the condition of his clothes, whether she seemed present, whether her friends were enabling her. Everyone suddenly became a parenting expert overnight. But then, the darker allegations resurfaced. Those old rumors that she allegedly drank while pregnant. that she allegedly smoked, that she allegedly ignored medical warnings, that she allegedly refused a C-section despite risks. Again, all claims, all commentary, all unconfirmed. But the internet treated them like they found the last missing page in a cursed diary.end. When the rumor resurfaced that doctors had allegedly warned her about passing an infection to the baby during a natural birth, that's when the public outrage took on a new life. Comment sections weren't dragging personalities anymore. They were demanding accountability. They were calling for welfare checks. They were calling for therapy. They were calling for intervention. Then came the moment that sent chills through the entire narrative. Carlos's commentary. Love her or hate her, she speaks with the confidence of a woman who believes she's never wrong. She didn't sugarcoat anything. She didn't pull punches. She didn't worry about backlash. She said Chrisean ignored doctors. She said she put Jr at risk. She said she cared more about tattoos than safety. She said her instincts didn't kick in. And with every claim, the internet let out a gasp loud enough to break windows. But in the most chilling twist, Carlos brought up Ronnie, the man whose name still haunts the timeline. She hinted that something about his situation wasn't right. She suggested things she refused to elaborate on. She hinted that people got hurt when they crossed certain lines. And when someone who normally overshares suddenly stops talking, fans don't take that lightly. The internet exploded with theories. Some said Ronnie's passing was unrelated. Some said the timing was suspicious. Some said the silence was scarier than any rumor. And all of that played directly into the fear surrounding Blueface's alleged statement that he was worried for his safety if he questioned paternity. But the most intense moment came when Blueface's brother dropped the infamous line, "Whether that's your baby or not, you better say that's your baby, or they will hurt you." That quote alone launched 1,000 conspiracy theories. People wondered who they was, why the warning was so urgent, what danger he was referring to. And suddenly, this wasn't just a custody battle. It was a thriller. On top of that, rumors began spreading that CPS had tried multiple times to locate Chrisean, but couldn't find her due to her unstable living situation. Screenshots circulated claiming she was bouncing from house to house. Fans speculated she was hiding out. Some said she was avoiding welfare checks. Others said she simply didn't trust the system. Whatever the truth was, it fed the belief that the situation was deteriorating fast. And yet, the most heartbreaking twist of all wasn't even the online chaos. It was fans realizing that Jr didn't have a single stable adult advocating for him publicly. Everyone involved was fighting each other. No one was fighting for him. Blueface was airing out allegations. Chrisean was firing back with threats. Carlos was dropping biblical-level rebukes. Jaden was staying far, far away. And fans were left asking, where is the actual help for this baby? Some argued Blueface should step up and take full custody. Others argued he was too focused on clout, women, and trolling to be consistent. Some argued Chrisean needed intense therapy and parenting support, not cancellation. Others argued she was too volatile and immature to parent safely. And a growing group argued BOT-age parents needed supervised visitation and outside intervention. The arguments got nastier by the hour. Some fans blamed Blueface for enabling her early behavior. Others blamed Chrisean for escalating. Some blamed her friends for not stepping in. Others blamed Carlissa for stirring the pot. Eventually, the theories reached a peak where people began questioning whether the situation was even safe for anyone involved. But the darkest twist of all came when people began circulating the phrase, "Jr didn't stand a chance." That line echoed everywhere: TikTok, X, IG, YouTube. Not because people didn't believe he could thrive, but because the adults responsible for protecting him seemed more committed to going viral than going to therapy. By the end of the week, the situation wasn't just a scandal, it was a cautionary tale. The internet saw how quickly public drama could overshadow a child's well-being. They saw how fast rumors turned into panic. They saw how easily a baby's name became a trending topic instead of being shielded from chaos. Yet, in the wreckage, one question still dominated every comment section, every reaction channel, every TikTok analysis. If these allegations are even half true, what happens next for Junior? Would Blueface step in legally? Would Chrisean lose custody? Would CPS intervene? Would the families keep warring? Would more allegations surface? Nobody knew. Nobody knows. But what everyone agreed on was chillingly simple. This saga wasn't over. Not even close. And whatever happens next will change everything. And if you made it through that entire roller coaster, congratulations! You just sat through a saga so chaotic it could make Zeus Network file for emotional damages. This wasn't drama. This was a collision. A digital demolition derby starring Blueface, Chrisean, their families, their enemies, and a baby caught in the middle like he accidentally wandered into the wrong universe. But before this story picks up steam again, because trust me, the next twist is already lurking behind someone's next livestream, make sure you obliterate that like button like it owes you 3 months of back child support. Hit subscribe the way Blueface hits Twitter after midnight. And drop a comment telling me who you think needs the most help, the most therapy, or the most Wi-Fi restrictions in this entire disaster. Turn on those notifications too, because over here at Scandal Spark, we don't just cover drama, we dissect it, roast it, magnify it, and serve it piping hot before the blogs even clock in. Every week, somebody's going viral for the wrong reasons, somebody's filling receipts they shouldn't, and somebody's threatening someone like they're auditioning for a crime documentary. And you know I'm going to break it all down, so stay locked in. Stay entertained. Stay messy, but not this messy. Because in the world of celebrity chaos, today's rumor becomes tomorrow's explosion. And tomorrow's explosion becomes next week's headline. This saga isn't finished. This story isn't settled. And the next leak. Oh, it's already burning through group chats. Scandal Spark, where the receipts stay hot and the truth stays toxic.